Hello, I'm attorney Dan Marr from the law firm of Hamblett Kerrigan here in Nashua, New Hampshire. I've been practicing law in New Hampshire for approximately 36 years and in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts for approximately 28 years. And during that period of time, I've represented a lot of employers and businesses. And in today's vlog, I'm going to be talking about what happens when a former employee of yours makes a legal claim. This might be through a letter from an attorney to start off with, where they're requesting their personnel file or some other request for information that you know is going to be turning into a claim, or it could be an actual claim with an administrative agency or directly in court. I'm going to talk about those various things. First, you want, obviously the type of claim matters. If you have a claim that somebody's making an allegation that they got hurt in work, whether not they're a current employee or a former employee, you have to do a first report of injury, and you got other things you have to do under the workers' comp statute. You can check with your workers' comp carrier to make sure you do all the right things, but you have to take all those proper protocols. And then you might find yourself in the Department of Labor dealing with a claim, but your workers' compensation insurance company should be taking care of that to the extent that it's work-related injury. If the employee is saying that, look, I've been out and now I'm ready to come back to work, and the insurance company is okay with it, I'm okay with it, but the employer doesn't want me back, there's a obligation under the workers' comp statute for you to allow the person to come back under a certain period of time. That statute, you should talk to your attorney, because in that situation you'll be talking to your own private attorney in regards to that issue, because the insurance company wants the person back, they want to stop paying, and the issue is between you and the employee. I've dealt with those issues, happy to talk to you about that type of circumstance. I've dealt with that, putting the person back into the job when they're not ready, and your defenses to that. So I can talk to you about that. If you're in a situation where there's a claim that somebody got hurt because they're saying it's not work related, but there's some other reason that they're claiming that they got hurt, maybe they got hurt by a piece of machinery that while they weren't working or something else, that's going to be probably under your insurance carrier of your commercial liability insurance carrier, and you're going to make a claim there. If you have a claim where somebody's saying that they were discriminated against, saying that it was because of their race, their religion, their disabilities, their gender identity, there's those types of claims that are being raised against you. First thing you want to do is you want to check with your insurance company and make sure to find out whether you have what's called EPLI, Employee Practice Liability Insurance. So if you have that type of EPLI, you want to make a claim immediately to notify them that there's this person making this claim. Even if they haven't filed a suit, but they have a lawyer or they're themselves asking for their personnel file and they're saying that they think they were wronged, you have a notice that a claim is coming, and you should be notifying your insurance company in regards to that if there is insurance for this. Sometimes your EPLI might be under your directors and officers coverage. Often people don't have EPLI. If you are a small company, you haven't elected to do that because it's an extra premium that you have to pay. If you don't have that, then you're going to be dealing with this on your own. But if you do have EPLI, you want the insurance company to get involved quickly, and they may very, very well, in fact, get their own attorney to respond to the claims that are out there working with you in regards to that. If you have a claim with the Human Rights Commission, New Hampshire Commission for Human Rights, or the EEOC, or MCAD, which is Massachusetts Commission Against Discrimination down in Massachusetts, in any of those situations, you have to respond to them appropriately. Even if you think the claim is bogus and you're saying this guy or gal or they are just completely off base and I didn't do anything wrong, don't be dismissive about it. Sometimes in negotiating, I'm a big fan of polite but dismissive, not in front of a government agency. You want to go full in and give them all the truth and make their lives easy for them. Put all the information in there with witness statements and all of that. I go through details where I get all the witnesses up front. I make sure that they're telling the truth, of course, but I want their information while it's still fresh in their mind. I don't want this 2 years later when somebody's moved on from their job and they're being contacted by the Human Rights Commission or the MCAD down in Massachusetts or the EEOC trying to pick their brains as to what's going on with it. I want the truth of the matter right away when it's still fresh in their mind. So I want some written statements, and I put that all laid out in the answer. So we spend the time up front, and then that's going to help you later on, because it's more likely that there'll be a no probable cause finding, or it's just going to sit there for a while. And if the person filed this thing with an attorney, the attorney's going to say, well, wait a minute, you didn't tell me this, and they're going to be concerned about the relationship between themselves and the claimant, and that's a good thing if it's, as long as it's truthful. Or if they don't have an attorney, it's going to be a very tough time for them to find somebody on a contingency fee, meaning that they get a percentage on a lousy case. So you want to spend the time on that. I've dealt with these issues quite a bit, and I'm happy to help. Sometimes the EPLI insurance company will actually have your private counsel deal with it at that stage too. And if that's the case, I can be the private counsel and help you in regards to that. My number is 603-883-5501, 603-883-5501. I've been doing this for quite a few years, as you can tell, 36 years in New Hampshire, 28 in Massachusetts, and I'm happy to help you if the opportunity arises. You can also check out our website, NashuaLaw, all one word.com. That's NashuaLaw.com. All my vlogs, our weekly vlogs, are on there. And also I had done a radio show from 2014 until 2023, weekly, local, and those are accessible also on the website. So please check us out. Look forward to working with you if the opportunity arises. Thank you.